bites. These are the mouse bites for March 13th, 2016. And first of all, we're going to start with Easter. So as you guys know, Easter is happening in, what, 2 weeks from now? Actually, 2 weeks from today, or tomorrow when this airs. And at the Magic Kingdom, you're going to be able to expect a couple of awesome things. First of all, the Easter Bunny, Mr. and Mrs. Easter Bunny are going to be in the parks starting on March 14th, and I have to tell you, I love Mr. and Mrs. Easter Bunny. I think they're awesome. Loved them ever since the Easter parades that used to happen a long time ago. So I always love to watch them, as well as the Azalea Trail Maids, who I'm coming onto that. And Mr. and Mrs. Easter Bunny are going to be in the parks March 14th and meeting every day through March 27th from 9 o'clock a.m. to 6 o'clock p.m. and they're going to be at the Town Square Courtyard. So if you're looking for the Easter Bunnies, that's where you're going to find them. There's also going to be a special Easter pre-parade that is going to take place on the 26th and 27th, and you're going to get the Easter Bunnies. You're also going to get the Azalea Trail Maids, which, again, are a favorite of mine because I used to watch the Easter parade all the time as a kid, and the Azalea Trail Maids were always a big part of that. So you'll be able to catch them. You'll be able to also meet the Azalea Trail Maids on the 27th, of March. So that's actually Easter, so that's pretty cool. For those of you who are into dance parties, hello, you're going to have one. It is going to take place in Tomorrowland. It's going to happen from noon to 11 p.m. from March 20th until April 2nd. The DJ only will take place from 12 noon until 3 o'clock, and characters will join in from 3 o'clock to 11 o'clock. So that's what you're going to be able to do if you want to do a dance party. I know how many of you love dance parties. So, also, from March 28th until the 31st, the Festival of Fantasy Parade will be presented twice daily, once at noon and once at 3 o'clock. So, more chances to catch the awesome Disney Festival of Fantasy Parade. Now, moving on. For those of you who are character fanatics, beginning early April, you are going to be able to go to the Epcot character spot, and you're going to be able to see Joy and Sadness, who were two of the emotions from Inside Out. So yay, more characters. They will be meeting opposite so right now, Mickey and Minnie and Goofy are meeting on one side of the area, and then you're going to go across the breezeway, and you're going to be able to meet Baymax, and then you're also going to be able to meet Joy and Sadness, which is pretty awesome. So, Jay, no listener questions. I'm not answering what a crudité is. So, anyway, we're going to move on, and over at Disney's Hollywood Studios, we're going to the Hollywood and Vine, and we're going to go to what is now called Minnie's Holiday Dine, or it's actually going to be Minnie's Springtime Dine for this one. It's Minnie's Seasonal Dine, because they change it. For the spring here, you're going to be able to get the characters Minnie and her friends dressed in their garden party best. And you're going to get to try picnic foods like coconut lavender lemonade, springtime salads, basil lime fruit salad. All right. That sounds interesting. And reservations are now open, and you can make them by calling 407-WDW-DINE. So if you're looking to make a reservation and meet Minnie and friends, it's a good place to do it. Also, they will do the Fantasmic Dinner Package, so that's pretty nice, too. Moving over to Disney's Animal Kingdom, you are going to, if you're looking for Disney's Outfitters, beginning March 15th, you're going to actually find it in a kind of new form. It's going to be called Discovery Trading Company. They're still going to do the same thing. You're still going to be able to get all the Disney merchandise that you're looking for that they normally had at Disney Outfitters, but just new name, so, you know, not like it's a big deal, just new name. Probably they did some refurbishment to the shop, so that's all you're going to get. Sad news, sorry to report, Guitar Dan no longer performing at Disney's Animal Kingdom, so if you're looking for Guitar Dan, I'm sorry to say he's not there anymore. Big news this week. Disney dining plans. We all know lots and lots of increases in pricing Unfortunately, we had another one with the Disney dining plans. Quick service dining plan is now $44.13 a night for ages 10 and up. It is $19.04 a night for ages 3 to 9. So, little increase there. It was $42.84 and $17.47. So, little increase. We have the standard dining plan. That one is $63.70 now, and that's for ages 10 and up. And then it was increased from $61.84. And for ages 3 to 9, it's $22.85, and that increased from $20.96. So we have a little bit of an increase in price there. And the big granddaddy, the deluxe dining plan is now $115.08 per night for ages 10 and up, and $35.49 per night for ages 3 to 9. So kind of a bummer. That increased from $111.57 and $32.56. So kind of a bummer on that. We also have a test for those of you who like to pay more for parking. You're going to have the option to. So if you want a closer parking spot, a premium parking spot, you're going to be able to get that for a grand total of an extra $15. So if you want to pay $15 on top of your $20 parking fee, you'll be able to, and you'll be able to park closer. Also, this week, Magic Bands. So when you wear your Magic Band and you're trying to go to a Fast Pass, you have to touch it twice. Once at the Fast Pass entrance, and then once at the, right when you're merging. They're going to be testing the fact that you won't have to do it at the merge anymore, so that'll be nice. So make sure that, because before you'd have to keep your Magic Band out or your ticket out and scan it twice, so now you're not going to be able to have to do that anymore for a while. Big news for Run Disney fans, the Wine and Dine Half Marathon has changed. So, for those of you who are planning on running that, big changes are in store for you. The Wine and Dine is now going to take place on Sunday, and it is now going to be a morning race. So for those of you who like the nighttime version of that, not going to get that anymore. It's only going to be in the morning, which is kind of a bummer. However, as someone who ran Wine and Dine last year, I have to say I was so exhausted by the time Wine and Dine was over that I didn't want to go to the after party. So what's nice now is you'll have the opportunity to go to the after party, which will now take place beginning from 8 o'clock p.m. until 1 o'clock in the morning, and it'll take place on the same day as the half marathon. So you'll run the half marathon in the morning, and then you'll get to go to the after party afterwards in the evening. So I think that's nice. I know a lot of people are upset about the change because they don't like the fact that it's not a night race anymore. I understand, it was really cool to be a night race. Trust me, as someone who has run it, I really enjoyed it, but yeah, you're going to see that change now. So, kind of a bummer for those that liked the last night race that was left. But with all that being said, it is now going to be a challenge race. So there's going to be a 10K added, which is nice for those of you who like to run, but there was no middle ground option there. You had the 5K and then you had the half. So now you're going to have a 10K option, which is going to be just called the Wine and Dine 10K, and it's going to be hosted by Remy, which is kind of cool. And then there's also going to be a 2-course challenge now, and that will be called Lumiere's 2-course challenge. And that's gonna be for people who are running both the 10K and the half marathon. The 10K will take place on Saturday morning, and then for those who want to run the 5K, that's now going to take place on Friday morning. Also kind of a bummer because the 5Ks take place on Saturday, so you didn't have to take an extra day off work or whatever, so now you're going to have to, if you wanted to run the 5K, take a day off. So that's kind of a bummer. Over at Disney Springs, we have Disney Quest. Ironically, Disney Quest keeps holding off, and I don't know what's going on with it, but it's still hanging around, and it's now going to be open from 12 p.m. to 9 o'clock p.m. So if you want to go to Disney Quest, it's going to be open just a little bit later than it was before. Over at Disney's Port Orleans French Quarter, there is a new aquatic play area for guests who are under 48 inches next to the Doubloon Lagoon pool, which is kind of neat. Nice little play area for kids. I think that's really great. Unfortunately, you have to be 48 inches or under to play in it, so I can't play in it. I didn't make the cutoff. But yeah, that's kind of a nice little thing that they've added, which I think is really cool. Over at Disney's Polynesian, the brand new Oasis Pool and Oasis Bar and Grill are going to be open beginning Thursday, March 17th. Just know that the pool's kind of in soft opening, so you may get to see it, you may not, but it's probably going to be open leading up to the 17th. But it looks gorgeous. I saw pictures online. It's very tranquil, very nice. You do have to have a magic band to get in there, so just know if you would like to go in that pool, you will have to be staying at the resort to go in there, so just a heads up on that. However, for those of you that do like Ohana at the Polynesian, I have very good news for you. The Ohana dinner is now going to be served from 3:30 p.m. until 10 p.m. So, yay, there's more time to enjoy the Ohana dinner. Narcoossee's is actually holding a special limited time option for those of you who want to view Wishes. It's actually going to be called the, ironically enough, Narcoossee's Wishes Dessert Party. I wonder how they came up with that name. But it's going to be on Fridays during this month only, so only in March. Guests are able to enjoy signature desserts, beverages, and desserts will include things like cannolis, cheesecake, fruit tarts, brownie bites. The cost is $59 plus tax per guest. Gratuity is included in that. And you'll be able to go to the dessert party beginning 30 minutes prior to Wishes. So for those of you who are looking for kind of a special, different, is this romantic type of experience, the dessert party would probably be a good option, although I'm sure that families will be welcome as well. Finally, the last thing I have for you guys today is at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge, they had a night safari. It was actually called Night Safari. It's going to be renamed and going to be called the Starlight Safari. It will now be open to all guests, not just those staying at Disney's Animal Kingdom, because before, you had to be staying at Animal Kingdom Lodge to be able to visit or experience the night safari. The tour will now cost $70 plus tax, and it's available for ages 8 and above, lasts 1 hour, and reservations can be made by calling 407-WDW-TOUR. So for those of you who are looking for a really neat experience at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge, highly suggest that. You get to use the night vision goggles, which I actually just used for the first time on my previous trip. Night vision goggles are really cool, so if you've never used them before, they're really neat. Yeah, so that is taking place at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge now, so a nice little option for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this brief little news bites. I'm going to try to do this every Sunday night from now on. We'll see how that goes. Again, as I said, for those who are looking for the news bites, they are going to be on my Mouse for Less articles going forward. And so you can, when you're reading the news on the Mouse for Less, you got to go over there and read the news so you can see the little video as well.